round. Inferno's where we find it, and we're off to the races. G2 won the knife. They start on the defense. And the 3-2 split of their defensive resources. Let's get into it. Nade, Tamsin plans to try and at least put some pressure on the top banana early. No one's there to receive. Nika will be forced to rebuy his armor, though. Mission accomplished.
Looks like flashes from both sides are set up here. Nexa ready to release his. Tabson can lob out one to help secure this top banana control, and very quiet scenes to kick this one off. Hunter and Jax paired together towards the apartment's position.
This is going to set the tone. First 5-6 rounds. Don't forget, Big Clan have just played 17 rounds where they won 1. You want to prove that you can get back to your winning ways right out of the gate. This pistol would mean an awful lot for them in the confidence department. Nico fancies his chances. No one's home. Tucked in on the half wall upon the flash. And that seems to be the cue to rotate off. Now, it is the right call. They've got Keto already wormed well up long. This app setup could be exploited. They've re-smoked it. Keto's going to swing to library. You'll hear a lot here. Hunter's going to start moving his mouth. Oh, and he's got the bomb of all the people to check, and Hunter dismantles them. Zentares saves the day, at least to some respect. He'll be able to scoop up that bomb. Hesitant, understandably, and more shots hit by these USPs. It's a two-man defensive A, and they've already got 3 frags under their belt. The whole squad's here now. Zentares just looking to claw back a plant, never mind the round. Oh my God, Jax. He is looking in premium form. And Zentares looking to do one better. Can he come up clutch? The answer is a resounding no. And G2 will make it another round straight on the gates in the third.
Oh, dearie me. Okay, well, while that pistol round was going on, over there on the B stream, the action has concluded. Liquid will walk away with the victory. They have sent Mouse Sports out of the tournament, and Liquid, the North Americans, have kept themselves alive. The quad OT has come to its conclusion. And now we can focus in on this one here as some nice shots. And that setup, it looked good, right? Because you could see what happened. Keto got all that arch side control, and they just went to wrap around and hit in towards that A site based off of the extra space. Couldn't profit accordingly, but the plant, it facilitates one of these juicy-looking 4 spies. 2 AK-47s, a Galil, a Deagle, a Scout. Sounds dreamy here against 3 MP9s and 2 rifles for that G2 defense.
Yeah, Hunter really wrecked him there. I mean, the bomb just slipping into boiler. The rest was just a formality. Jax looking very sharp as well. 2 rifles in play for our second round. The CT's got a nice mix of that SMG spice.
They're holding top mid control and banana control right here, so this is going to be so difficult for Zentares to clear. 180 swing to clear porch and that arch side immediately. He's going to go down.
Yeah, I mean, you'll expect a flash. Is it Tabson to provide it?
He's got the bomb here, Tabson, as well. He's going to walk up with a jiggle.
Dry. Completely. He's going to get shot in the back. Does bait it. That'll be enough. Tabson, careful now, playing with fire. Jax drops off, trying to manage his angles well, and he's done just that. Smoke deployed, flying through the sky, and
they still want mid control.
Pushing up, Keita's got to clear his corners. Pushed up logs that was completely nullified, and a good shutdown. The SMGs fill the feed, and G2 slaughter them. Quick start. AK's recovered as well. Look at those upgrades. This is the dreamiest start for G2. Not only the pistol, but recovering some of the hardest hitting weapons in the server.
Yeah, now they get to stretch their legs even more, so should just be an economical round coming out from Big here. You're seeing some investments into HEs, 4 of which purchased. Sirison wants to get that AWP out, so he's going to save his pennies. Where can this tactical nuke of 4 HEs land? It's crazy there that G2 wanted to hold mid control and banana control, right? They gave absolutely no space to Big, none at all. Nothing to work with in a round like that, and, well, Nade's quickly lobbed up banana. Not a huge amount of damage here to write home about, and they've been stalled out in their track, so farming, well, that's the name of the game here. SMGs of Amanek and Hunter, sorry, Amanek and Nexa. Would love to get the lion's share of these. Footsteps heard in boiler. Amanek have a little bit of a look on in. There's $600.
We are farmers. Oh, lovely. Long-range UMP spray. You'll probably see one of those a day, so that was it. Enjoyed it.
Oh, Nico's gone down in banana here, so that was to a bit of a P250. There we go. Final few kills come in. Easy as you like. 3-0 for G2 now. What would that be in the last... Let me do some quick maths here. 20 rounds of play. Big of 1-1.
Yes.
There we go.
I was intimidated by that maths on the first round, so fair play for doing it on the third.
All right, all right. Well, it'd be great if Keto, Sirison, and Tizian can get off those zeros. Had some fragging impact and get this one into a competitive stead. Here we go. AKs are out. AWP for Sirius, and then a Krieg again for Tabs, and he has been prioritizing this. Actually, the deep molly down mid and a 4-man banana lane coming out of the CTs here to dispel any early aggression. They can lob out 2 waves of utility here. The first by the rotators, who will head on all the way back towards that A side. Oh, Jax down through the smoke. That's a great way to kick things off here.
Yeah, especially for Jax that we saw looking very good on that pistol. Seemed to be operating at a lesser capacity given his injury.
Oh, they're up mid, pressuring A a lot here. Hunter and Amanek are not in position.
They're gonna have to go through that. If they don't if they actually respect
they think they're already inside.
Yeah, they've respected it completely. The site is Big Clan's for free. Great start to the first gunny. Let's see if they can finish it off. A nice boost though. Oh, this could hurt. Tabson's unprepared for that. Call is gonna be vague, but Tizian's quick. Swift to respond. Re-smoking on library side should enable the bomb. It's coming through apps a little late. And it looks like Amanek's already posturing to join his forces on B, so it looks like they're just going to give this one up. They're going to play the long game. It's don't furrow your brow like that. If Gambit were doing that, you give him a double thumbs up.
I know, but the thing is, it was more just the posturing. They weren't actually in the site, right? And you can imagine if they had just run around that corner a split second sooner, they would have been in and been able to contest. But you're right, the long game, holding on to that AWP, plenty of reserve cash for the likes of Nexa. Hunter could buy himself, Jack should have just enough, so everything's going to be fine as far as the buy is concerned going into the next round of play, and Big on the board.
And to recap, that first opening was a great smoke find from Tabson. Jax caught out just through that mid-smoke. You can see his corpse there on Tizian's screen.
That's the nightmare, right? When you're doing a 4-man banana lane and your A defender goes down and doesn't even get a chance to do any damage whatsoever. Yeah. That's when it really, really hurts. Bomb goes off, and there we go. Great for Big. They're going to need to be firing themselves up every single round that they're getting now. Just reminding themselves they can do it. Dust 2 must feel like an absolute lifetime ago at this point, but they were looking very, very good there, especially Sirison with that AWP. So making that buy work. Jax has purchased on in. Hunters do the same. He's gone into an AUG. This will be an important round here for Big. If they're able to secure this one and take away all the rifles, they can start breaking that economy of G2. Very early smoke, and there's a huge gap in this one for Amanek to play around.
Just enables him to stay there longer from that second mid player. It's not, of course, bulletproof, but gives up on the line all the same as the long smoke's thrown out by the T side, burning his toes a little bit through their barrels. Nice. Yeah, Nico sticks around though, good spray, and a damage exchange leaves some unconfirmed damage, favoring that of Big Clan.
Have forced them back pretty passively here, Big, and they've done so just with the feigning of utility. So in the back of the site, Nico and Nexa. Amanek rotating over towards B. Jax and Hunter have no information on that A site right now. So Big are getting exactly what they want here. That flash will be heard top banana, and in the meantime, they can start working on this mid control. Smoke some flashes of their own.
Good flashes, force Jax off the line. It's actually Hunter that will respond in kind. Good incendiary, enable the setup.
Speaking of utility though, check it out. G2 have 1 smoke and 2 flashes left to defend with now for the better part of 45 seconds. It's going to come down to more so their aim.
Yeah, Nico's arrived back on the scene though. Typically on the B side, he's now managed to get over to the A site in time. Not only that, he's got the AK-47. Can fight fire with fire against the T's here.
Looking like a B split now. Bomb is back over towards banana. Zentaras and Tabson going to use that arch side smoke. So one of the positives they do have for G2 is the fact that Amanek can shut this down with the AWP into spawn.
Yeah, when do they become aware of it? They have to be communicating it's a possibility.
17 seconds though.
Yeah, and Amanek's baited out, tucked in tight. What's his chances now? Oh, he still gets away. Tabson finishes the wrap. It's
7
great.
seconds.
It's completed. If he could just deny the plant. Oh, not far off the mark. And that should be the end of that. Jax, Hunter, Nico arriving from Banana.
They have kits. They could really have a look into this, but they'll need to be gifted a kill. Look at this setup that's being established by Big. Zentara's boosted on up. Tabson part of the crossfire.
One click of his mouse could behead Nico. Nice wide swing. Good spacing from G2. Even a damage through the coffins, but it doesn't seem to be convincing enough for G2. They pull away, maintain those AKs that they got from the second round of play as we head into the 5th.
Oof. You can hear Tabson firing up. This is how we need to play, boys. This is how we need to play. So just making sure they're keeping it safe. Want to hold on to everything. You don't need to be hunting. You don't need to be ruining your own economy. Nexa has 8K, right? Guns can be dropped. There's no dramas for G2. That was the smarter play, that long play that we're talking about here, so they can keep themselves competitive going into round number 6. But that was easy, right? They get that banana control unknowingly for a lot of that round. They get that top mid control, and then they just pincer and go for that mid to B, and super late as well. So that's good to see that they weren't panicking. Definitely when there's 17 seconds on the clock and you're not in the bomb site just yet, you can start to get frazzled. Here we go again. Nexa and Nico over towards top B. Standard 4A of utility coming out. A bit more aggressive stance out of G2 now. The AWP in Boiler. That is a curious scene as well. And meanwhile, Nico's been chunked on down to 15. He can't hang around in Banana any longer.
Has to be an AWP wallbang, I think. Oh my god! Amanek and Jax brought down to 9 HP between the two of them.
That's
Stack nade. I can't believe it. There is a ring in there. Legs are wobbly. Big clan. It's unconfirmed, I imagine.
Yeah, there's no way they're gonna know. Like that's based off of an anti-strat, right?
Yeah.
They've done their homework, but that is wild to see that pay off in such a fashion.
Oh, the nerds. I love it. Amanek and Jax quite the opposite.
Jesus. Okay.
Look at Nico's health. He caught the wallbang. Big clan have no idea. Big clan have no idea.
Well,
the three members have got a paperclip of health.
Well, it's a four-man stack, and you kind of have to if you're G2 here, right? Knowing the low HP, you have to stack a bomb site. And they've gambled the right one. Amanek has a chance, and he strikes. Tabson's down. This is starting to look good for G2. Forget about the HP.
He's playing his trade so well. They're wrapping short side. They're also low, but they're still hitting headshots. Big clan unable to finish their meal. And there's more to come. Keto's desperate for the challenge. Jack's responsible for the balcony.
Seconds.
Nico crossfire. Yeah, the clock is ticking. And now Tizian with one. Make it two. Nico comes out from his hidey hole with a spectacular double. Only Keto. He is the healthiest member of the squad. A nade on his nose changes that. And now can't even draw his weapon in time. G2 take it regardless of all that damage.
That is insane. The fact that they weather the storm there, and it's not that they backed away from those fights. Did you see the angle that Jax was holding?
Yep.
Damn, that is huge from G2 to steady right there. They were absolutely shaken just by utility alone and able to pull that one off. 4-2 the scoreline now. Got close indeed, but not enough for Big. Wow. Have enough to go again. They have enough to buy again. Still very early stages here.
They all stood to fight. They all held the same angles and hit some great shots, admittedly. This was Nico. The fact he puts the second, you just saw that little jump over the smoke, gave him just enough info to unload his mag and find the double necessary.
That's crazy, because Big did so much right there. They did so much right, but they just lost a couple of those early opening fights. Here's Amanek. Is he going to swing out wide? Just dropping a nade. Lands on Sirius and chips him down to 78 points of health here. Keto's starting to have a look in Banana, and he's going to be stuck between two sets of flames.
Oof, that's not fun. Softened up. That's a perfect pop. Bit wild on the spray. It does not make the second a possibility. 4-4 now. Early exchange. We're going to be seeing some action early if they do sort to advance mid.
Full mid control here.
I don't fancy their chances in this crossfire. That's a great Molotov. Amanek will be forced to drop smoke. He left a gap, though. That's something. They're coming out Balk from behind. I'm not sure they're ready for this. This is a good chance.
Oh, no.
But Amanek still responds. Now Jack's looking for a second. It's Zentares to respond. They're into A. Easy collection onto Sears and late Boiler. They weren't expecting Hunter still holding mid, I suppose. And now into the site. Tamsin throwing out flashes to buy time for the plant. A nice angle elevated for Zentares as he eliminates Hunter. Amanek's going to catch him exposed, though, and he's not going to miss his shots. Amanek really waking up here in Inferno. Tamsin to come up clutch. He's been quiet so far. And now a tap. Not quite. Amanek, another. 9-1 from the French AWPer.
Oh, damn. You look at the stats for Amanek on map number 1 and just how he's been beaten around the server and the way that he's woken up from Mirage now here in the early stages of Inferno. Things are looking very good. And that didn't feel like it was going to get out of control for G2. The only moment was when they were jumping out of holes. And the fact that Amanek gets one as they're hitting the deck, that's the difference maker right there, because the number advantage stays with G2. At that point, they're just able to whittle them down. And the awareness of Amanek in these situations, this is where Keto took a little bit longer than you'd like with the spam to convert. And just mopping up players not looking their way. Frustration being felt here. It's clear from Tabson, not happy with how that one went down and reflected in the buy. Only one rifle to work with. It will be the Galil, the lesser of the two. Would love a round like this, at least keeping it competitive, at least getting another plant. Big. They've been playing it quite slow so far. gifted this banana control, but it might all just be a bit of bait. Take a look at the radar, top left-hand side of your screen. Nexa, Amanek, and now Nico all reside. The molly's going to be great. It's going to thrust them forward.
Yeah, they have to. Straight into his line. Nico takes one. It's Antares that provides silence now as Nexa makes it all too easy. Lockdown now on the new box.
Now the molly.
Should be set up for success now. They have to either brave it or respect it. They opt for the latter. Locked out. Samson can go hunting here for Nexa. Should be an opportunity if he just gets that headshot. He's just a little shy of the mark. Nexa a third. G2 have neutralized this half buy. No sweat on the brow. One more to find. Tizzy and the unarmored Deeg. He'd have to bang Jax out on the first click if he wants a chance. Coffins to trade. It's not really a possibility. Now comes Coffins. And here's 6 for G2. Okay, so it does look like Big Clan are a little rattled here. Timeout check. They haven't used a single one.
Yeah, maybe one of those could be used right now just to get Sirius's head in the game. 0-0-6 from him. And being a T-side AWPer, you guys have heard us say it a million times, there's only very few players who can actually get it done with the AWP on the T-side of Inferno. It's not easy. All that utility you have to deal with, picks don't just come your way.
No, and he is a crucial component in their Dust 2 win. You know, he was the fragging leader for his squad, and at the moment does seem to have fallen off somewhat of a cliff. 0-6 needs to find impact if he wants to secure that playoffs here against G2. Good nade.
Oh,
Habson, of all the players as well, the highest rated player in Big Clan.
Punishment is continuing here. This is getting really rough for Big now. They're walking back into B. Amanek, versatile again, posted up on the line, and it looks like they're coming just for a set piece. They only... Look, Nico's back here with the rotation. They're just booking them.
They are.
G2 have the read.
Every single time, Searson, that's the change he was looking for. Some impact indeed. Another spotted on the fountain. Keto should find him, and he does. That's the difference. Big Clan in, Searson contributes.
This time with the opening kill, and it will be the save from G2. So if they can keep doing that, they make it look easy, don't they? So their stack, G2 is the exact same situation as the previous round, but the opening kills just go the other way. Great response here. Going to keep the score at 6-3. Tizian's already starting to work on a bit of a hunt here. You can see him in the T apartments, the T house, just clearing and combing through. And in the meantime, Hunter and Jax are getting ever so closer. Over to the door. Tizian might want to consider a spam through when the bomb goes off. He is the only one really close enough here to contest and try and take away these guns. Only a few seconds left. Bomb is about to go off. And we have a bit of a stalemate here. No one's going to lose anything. There's the bullets through the door. Smart enough not to be standing behind that one. And yeah, should be enough drops and enough money of residual cash for the players on G2 to make this one work again. If they can bounce back and respond one more time, Big are really going to be feeling the brunt of that. But we called for Sirison, and we got him. He was the opening killer that round. And it was on to Amanek. A heads-up duel with the AWP. Here it is for you one more time.
It's not a fun fight to be taken.
Not at all. And Keto with his second and third kills of the game so far. Here we go again. This time, three-man B lean coming out early. Hunter over there. Amanek with the AWP over to A this time. G2 looking dynamic. They're constantly in a different setup.
Yeah, and it's a different look from their util as well. This time they've actually opted for a super early smoke on the half wall from Hunter, which just nullifies any plans you may have had for top banana control in the first 15. It's just not it's not possible.
Yeah, so they will take control of logs. Sirison is posting up mid with the AWP. Yeah, it looks like B again, right?
But I want to understand. G2 have just burned through 2 smokes in the opening 20 seconds for that half wall position, and it has enabled them, of course, to have 3 players focused over on the A side of the map, which is exactly where we've flown to. Beautiful work, gentlemen.
But they only have 1 smoke left, you're right. They've dumped an awful lot of utility early here. That was their last Molotov just used. And Big are looking like they want to gravitate towards this A site, but that would be a big mistake.
Aha. Coming up. Smoke starting to fade as well. Hunter will be activated. A flash from Nico to set him up. Oh, Tabson, great turn, but he still can't get his crosshair in the right place. Tizian responds. Keeps things even for now, and he's drawn Nico towards the A site. Xantares knife out, they're hitting B, and they're looking to do it quickly, loudly. Straight smoke draw, and he's going to throw that CT and walk in. Nexa, a lot to do, loses vision, yet to reveal his location. It's all about timing here. Searson's holding it. Good find from Searson's AWP as well. G2 are locked out of the site. Nico's the first to respond. Little ahead of the pack.
Oh, lots of damage there through the smoke. That's going to signal a save. I'm sure even if he's on a bit more HP than that, to retake that B bomb site in a 3v4 situation, We all know how Inferno goes, and that's going to be big, putting their 4th round on the board here. So that's 2 consecutive for them. Now this game is starting to heat on up. 6-2 at one point. Quickly becoming 6-4. And G2, look, the saves, they're not necessarily giving us the spiciest Counter-Strike, but it's the smartest CS in play right now, because as they save these guns, the loss bonus is also starting to build. Every round that you're able to keep as many guns as possible in your hands, you can stay threatening, right? You lose these, you go down to the pistols, you get your money broken. Well, we all know what happens there. This time, though, it's a bit more of a question. So you save 3 guns, you can maybe get dropped SMGs, right? Maybe nexa wants to drop a FAMAS, maybe. So they can make this work, but it will be a timeout called, and Malik probably having that exact same conversation here. Do we want to give this one a crack? Do we want to invest behind the saved guns we have?
Oh, well, Nico's probably wishing he had the M4A1. 2,900 was left in his bank balance, but now it'll have to be dropped by someone else. He's throwing the AK towards Hunter at this point. But Big Clan have proven that they're here to contest Inferno at least. At 6-2, Big Clan have had no issues getting the bomb down, but the retakes were there. Now 6-4, and we're ready to get round 11 back underway. You'll see Tizian, this was a crucial trade onto Hunter. Keeps it level, and then the full commit into B. Nexa was isolated, and Searson did not miss. Let's go. Ooh. Nexa a full sacrifice, it seems.
It didn't invest. Nico just has a deagle. Hunter straight down middle here.
Yeah, he's trying to be a brute force, and already a force to be reckoned with. Searson's gone, and another as well from Hunter. That's why you throw the AK into his hand. Pure faith in what your teammate's capable of. Turns the flash. Great movement. Not going to be able to convert another. Jax was there with him. Yep, and he finishes the job. Centaurus surely expected. Jax finishes him off, and G2 don't need all the rifles to find all the rounds. Only Tizian now. He's detached from the pack, detached from the bomb. Nico's about to confirm it. He's about to find it. And...
ooh, there it is.
Got the bomb.
All right, well, the comms have been made, and Tizian, he's been able to slip into the backlines here, so into the A site, completely undetected. Keep your eyes on Amanek. He is trained towards Boiler in about 3, 2, 1. Tizian gets the element of surprise. Amanek goes down, so with a minute left, Tizian's position is noted, but he still has to find 3 more players and get that bomb back. And right now, G2, they are protecting that. I think Jax has booked him here.
He's aware they'll be pushed up. Might even check it from the stairs. Nice find. Another from Jax. That's 3. A big triple kill, but started by Hunter as well. And they just surge up mid. A change of pace Big Clan were unprepared for.
Yeah, that was crazy that they went for that option, right? You thought that maybe they'd sit back, but taking the fight to Big, and with that slower playstyle and defaults that Big have been going for time and time again, I think they thought that there was a gap and a big one. Look at this. Searson, as soon as he's hit jump, he's just gone, oh, dearie me, I've absolutely messed up there. And unable to stop this in its tracks. Hunter gets away with more. It puts Keto in a position where he has to worry about both Banana and that mid push, and it's all evaporated before Big's eyes. They can buy again, and Tabson really loving this Krieg purchase. It's not like we've seen crazy highlights from it just yet, but must be a method to his madness as Boiler taken. Jax again just pushes forward, just straight behind the Molotov. Tizian's down.
That was so sweet. Again, an opening frag in favor of G2. They just keep coming, and Nico keeps pushing. He's actually pushed down ahead of the deep banana smoke. He'll... oh, Amanek. That's an arm. Be forced away by the flame. Will he get along in time? Looks like Hunter's here as well. Just in the nick of time. Still unloading his mag. Softens him up. Amanek to knock him down. A double on the AWP, and Zataris is his next victim. They come too easy. G2, they're up to 8. They take the win on the half already. And that will break the backs of Big Clan to some extent. G2, they can extend their lead here.
Those saved guns really paying off now. The fact that they're able to profit, it's kept their rounds competitive time and time again. And for Big, 5 or 6 on the half, you're going to be happy with that, or it's definitely workable. You can see here just the back and forth with the round timeline on the right-hand side of your screen. The best Big have been able to muster is 2 in a row. I'm sure they'd love 3 in a row to close you out and put us 8-7.
Jax, though, throwing that incendiary and immediately peeking upon the sound cue. You know, he knows he's baited him in. He knows that that's just enough for the subconscious brain to be like, now is my time, now is my time.
He's having a lot of impact, Jax. He's looking very, very good.
From that balcony position, you put one of your sharpest tools in that side of the map on A, and he's demonstrating exactly what he's capable of here.
I don't feel like G2 are playing super spawn-based, but they're definitely super dynamic in their CT sides, right? We've seen so many different looks. They're more than happy to contest control of certain areas of the map where you would see teams playing a little more transitional, and they're pushing forward. You know, they're taking the fights. Amanek has really arrived in the server in such a big way. It's great to see. Wasn't mentally broken by map number 1, and this half by coming on out. Zantara's with the AK, the rest just down to pistols. And we've said that a lot for Big ever since Mirage.
Yeah, Zantara's on that hero AK-47. A Glock is heard across Banana, same maneuver, this time a different result. No one's home just yet. Oh, just as he recedes, they advance. Could be a timing based on this. Jax, they're going to be ahead of that. Good find, continues to spray, and there goes the hero. G2 are going to extend their lead, and decides he doesn't want his teammate to exist. It's not going to cost them anything, really, in the grand scheme. Just like that. I mean, we've got 70 seconds left, and poor Kito's got a mountain to climb. And Amanek, in a matter of seconds, will have an opportunity to pull the trigger. Well pre-aimed. No response on the swing either. They know where he is. Hunter makes it clear, presence on site. Kito to weigh up his options.
Oh, the timing there. Nexa just swung in towards T-spawn as Kito cleared.
So he's taken a glance at Long. Continues to force the issue at short. Nico's holding this line though. Or at least he should be able to contribute. He's making a lot of noise. Great find. Kito precise into the head of Hunter. Now the bomb's on the balk. Nico still in that library passive. And the crawl from Nexa. Oh, Kito, what is that? He's knocked another on his bottom. Nexa to ruin the clutch. It's beautiful from Kito, but not quite enough. Damn, that spray into Nico. Something else. He makes a 1v4 all the way down to a 1v1. He makes it look believable. Makes it look winnable.
Didn't feel like he had any business whatsoever in half of those kills at all. It looked like a very strong setup on that site. Thank God Nexa went around the world. Around the absolute world right there. That is a costly round for G2 in the scheme of things. And a great attempt. That's what you need, an individual to step on up. Sure, it might be feeling a little bit late within this half, but it might do some confidence for the team. Hunter was helping out there with that team nade onto Jax, but Nexa saves the day. Scoreline goes up to 9-4. And G2 will take a timeout, probably just to calm things down, because that one got a little bit close. Let's tighten up the screws a bit here, boys.
Yeah. I started with like Malik already exchanging a bump with Jax. You know, he's like, nice double, there we go.
It's all over.
And then I just saw him like biting his nails into the 1v1. All right, that's the second timeout out of G2 as well. Getting themselves prepared into the right mindset to try and close this out 11-4. This is the deciding map, and a spot in the playoffs. Whether it's quarters or semis will be determined by the game up against Gambit in this bracket. Big Clan certainly are on the back foot at this point. Time for them to dig their heels in. 2 more rounds of attack. Any pocket strats, any pages you've yet to tear, now could be the time to whip them out. Searson kept honest on this T-side. He's whipping out that T-side AWP again, but it's Amanek that's been having the majority of the impact, and this time Searson wins the head-to-head. Opens up the account for Big Clan. I think Tabson wants to at least imply that they were looking to punish early mid. Nico's equipped with an AWP as well. That double AWP may be a surprise, and if Kito strafes out dry, that's an easy collection. Nexa to be baited in by the sandbags. Nico might even want to go for the repeat. No, Nexa activated already. And Big Clan lose their advantage in the blink of an eye.
What a wombo combo right there. That Molotov separating the pack and setting Nexa up for a freebie. That thrust Big over towards A, and they're going arch side straight in towards Hunter. He's hiding in trash. He's going to get one for free. Jax chimes in through the smoke, and now it's just Tizian.
And too good.
Another round falling apart here for Big. Make that 10 for G2, the double digits, and they can smell it now. Those playoffs, not that far away. Fantastic looking first half here. They're continuing to just storm through the game, just like Mirage. Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah, and every round that is accrued by the G2 squad just makes Dust 2 feel even further away.
Lifetime ago now, wasn't
16-8 was the scoreline, if you didn't quite catch it yourselves, and Big Clan looking great. Some of their individuals, and Tara's, Searson off to early starts and great frags, and Hunter biding him time for a potential fast pop mid, and he's in the right place. And at the right time, what a shot onto Keto! Doesn't even get his boots back on the ground before he's eliminated.
I just can't get over how diverse G2 are looking. There's always something new.
Yeah.
They're constantly fluid. Their individuals are confident right now, not missing a beat. And when they do look pressure, they don't look out of the game. They're making those percentage plays, the right calls.
I mean, every time they've tried long, Amanek's been a real thorn in their side. Can he seriously get away with it again?
Oh, he's got back up one more time.
He's even heard it
too.
I think Xantares did the fake jump to imply a smoke. Now faking that out with a flash. Amanek forces the issue and gets another. You cannot knock him down. Long is shut. Try something else. Jax is trying something else. He's pushing apps. They're not ready for that. And the timing is an absolute punishment. Both of them looking the wrong way. And that's it. 11. G2, 5 rounds away from the playoffs on the half. Big Clan need to scramble. And it's going to have to be quite the defense if they want to secure themselves a spot in the playoffs. Lower bracket looms for Berlin International Gaming. Spot in the playoffs. Big Clan not far away from being condemned to that lower bracket, and it is such a brutal bracket. Team Liquid on one side, NIP on the other. There's only one spot from the lowers. You really want to finish it here, and this is their chance, you know? It's not over yet. 1xBet seems to think it is. Let's get ourselves into this one. Make sure we get that game sound up and running. I see Util on nexa and Hunter. Samson's equipped with the kit, and G2 opt to take this pace right out of this. Don't want to be any funny business from the CTs early. You know, charges down mid, we know that's a possibility. But understandably, Big Clan going to be taking a more passive approach.
Yeah, and G2, they don't need to be in a rush here. They have such an upper hand. Map number 1 made us think that this series could have been on like Donkey Kong because Big looked great on Dust 2. But Mirage has completely changed that narrative, and things over here on that first half for Big have not looked any better. And guess what? G2 are heading over towards this B bomb site. Keto, the only man to reside, and he's playing a retake setup over towards Coffins. They execute on in here. They get control. It's going to be a retake on B. They have a kit.
Cool.
Yeah, they have some nades, but this is going to get really, really difficult.
Clear the gap. He dreamed for the one tap, blinded. Opts not to engage. An element of surprise is priority here. Backs away, playing retake as you alluded to. And they're in and planting already, so they're about to cut the time.
Oh, huge gap in that smoke, and the nades are going to be too late to deny the plan.
Not going to do anything. But they've got themselves 3 bodies through construction. And a smoke to isolate the banana players from the pack. Tizian provides that. Hunter might be ahead of it, but the flash for their push Coffins, this is it. Let's see who can catch it. Searson to push the pool. Tabson taps. Amanek responds, looking good, even trades. Jack spotted out a new box. He actually took Xantares down there. And nexa knows where they're coming from, dancing around pool, another headshot. And Keto, he was the first one here, and he's the last one to leave, but no time. And G2 will secure the 12th. Impending doom. Nice shots. And they all go down with the bomb, at least inflicting some damage. They'll look to compete into the second, but G2, that pistol really does start to indicate playoffs are just a few rounds away.
So does that smile there on Nico's face. I think they know that they're able to grab this one. It's not going to be too difficult now, especially if they're able to convert the second round here, round number 17. Have to take a little bit of a look here at the buys for Big, and well, you can see they've gone all in. They lose this. This is basically the game. This is an all-in shove.
The chips to the center of the table. Bit earlier on their banana crawl this time, G2. Standard procedure, secure top banana control. Deny that information for the CTs, a little chip damage unconfirmed from Keto's nade. Nico taking glances early as well.
When you get Banana this early, you may as well just go for a B set piece here. We're going to see some flashes, mollies, other bits and bobs raining on out towards the top of Banana just to allow them to completely establish control.
And that molly enables them to line up the rest of their nades as well. No swing, no silly mid-round flash. Saying that, looks like it has left the hands. tabseN cocks one. Smokes to CT. Happen incendiary, yeah, the counter molly's down. But the whole squad's grouping here, Chad. They're about to throw the full commit, and there's still 3 CTs on A.
Yeah, Big are not rotating by this. They've smoked it off now. That's going to buy them a little bit of a buffer here. But tabseN, lucky to be alive, spam down to 30 HP through the smoke. G2, they're not completely calling this one off yet. Amanex dip back towards middle. Hunter making sure there's been no cheeky business push through the T apartments. But they are rotating back now with 40 seconds, and they invested a lot of utility there.
Interesting. Interesting. tabseN and Keto, through utility and presence, have managed to force the hand of G2. And now, the lion's share of the resources to defend. Good use of the smoke. A 30-second mark as well. Anyone that tries to disrespect it will be flashed and fragged. Tizian's walking into it. This could be a chance. This could be a very big chance. Damage, can't finish it. Nexa will. Bullets into his teammate. Nexa another on the Galil though. All is forgiven. And Jax hasn't quite finished the job. Will do with the last bullet. And now the bomb can go down safely with a couple of seconds to spare.
Definitely a hold your breath moment there for a second or two. But now with tabseN on the other side of the map here, said that was a shove all in. And the reason is Big have a couple of choices. This is going to be 13 conceded. Do they take a save to concede 14, or do they continue these 4 spies, which with 2,400 coming into the bank balance in the next round, it's not going to be enough to warrant any of these rifles. Right, it's just going to be a scrappy looking pistol or SMG or shotgun or just a horrible looking menagerie of weapons. So G2 have weathered the storm here of the most important round for them in this pursuit. Right, this is done. At this point, they're sitting pretty. Just have to go through the paces now.
So do you think G2 are going to have a good shot to take a pop at the champ?
It's going to be interesting, right? It's going to be very interesting. I think today Gambit's win over NIP is starting to convert a lot of people, because that question mark around Gambit and what to expect on LAN from a team who really only have Hobbit as an experienced member, that conversation has to be changing. They've got some big wins under their belt already.
And those wins have also come from deficits. Like, they've shown that same resilience we know them for during the online era in the offline environment. So not only that, and taking the scalps such as NIP, sending them to the lower bracket. So that's Gambit versus G2 for a spot in the semi-finals.
Well, same again, Banana control. Great utility usage. neeko now with the AK-47 ready to execute. Stepping into the crosshairs is tabseN. How much longer can the rest stand? neeko gets another and Jax is thrust forward. May as well call this 114 now already. Keto does his best, a little bit of damage, but that's all they can do now, as it will be Tizian and Cirrus, the last 2 members to find, and they're stranded over towards CT spawn. G2 just 2 more rounds away now. It's kind of fitting to have Hunter as the lurker with his name.
It is.
No, it fits.
I hadn't considered that, but you're right. It's the perfect name for the role he's currently adopted. And they're not messing around here. G2 dead focused, hyper focused on the goal in mind.
Well, this is the thing, right? When neeko made this maneuver over towards this team, there's a lot of question marks around it. We obviously knew that FaZe were floundering. We knew that they weren't the team that they once were. But to make the move to G2, they had Kenny, then they didn't. They had Amanek, then they've got Jax. You know, they moved that roster around a bunch of times, and now the one that they've settled on is probably the least likely of configurations.
And you know, the neeko pursuing this contract, joining this roster, there was only one goal in mind, and that's lifting major tournament trophies. For someone as storied and as legendary as neeko, it's a little more barren than it should be. Jax is up. He's actually going to swing. God damn! Jax wants to finish this right here and now. tabseN doesn't even get to click his first bullet. Keto locked out. What's he supposed to do?
Oh, they're in again. Look at this.
Pushing through the smoke. Jax is taking some serious liberties, and it is starting to cost them. Maybe not in the round, though. Oh, the transfer. nexa just controls the spray. They can't do anything. Tizian, they know where he is. The bomb's going down. There's 2 options for the rotate. I think nexa may have caught a little bit of a sound cue from that large and charge from Tizian down Speedway.
have to go for this. What can Tizian do? Oh, he doesn't even get a chance. Another kill through the smoke. That is 15 rounds for G2 now. Money is in the bin. And so is Big. This one is looking done.
You can see G2 almost half celebrating already. I mean, when the state of play is like this, don't forget, like if you add up the map we just had and this one, it's Big have posted 5 rounds.
It's going to be 32-5 if this continues. If G2 do this right now, 32-5. That is wild.
You've played for 2 hours and you've got
5 rounds to show for.
Bloody hell.
Oh, miss Molly right there from Sirison.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I don't even know if tilt is the right word. Broken. Dunked one down. Man advantage seized as Tizian takes an aggressive maneuver, understandably so. Full push towards the T-Apps. I wonder how the boys react. Actually, Amanek reacts with aggression of his own. A great nade thrown out by the Zantara's Apps presence. And tucked in. Easy tap into the back of the head. Looks like they might be able to get a little consolation prize here. That's if Nexa's not going to go up clutch. Partnered up with Nico as well. Quite the threat. And it looks like they're actually going to park Nexa towards long.
Oh, he might be able to find a gap here. He's hurting Keto running right now.
He did. And he can slip straight through. Okay, now then. Keto aware that's a possibility. This is a big duel. Oh. The dink from the FAMAS is not enough. Insufficient. Nico was housing that B push. Tizian wondering whether or not Nexa can return to his fire, and Tizian's just looked the other way. Nexa can tuck in. 30 seconds as Nico returns to the party. Oh, spots him. And Nexa hits it. This is ridiculous. The leader wants it done now. Not the 2v4 to finish. Nexa with an incredible double. It looks like it's happening right here and now. Sirison frustrated. Perhaps he could just finish it here and now. Nico's holding the angle, and he's not having any of it. G2, what a performance. The reverse sweep in the best of 3, and we will see the G2 Samurai slay in the playoffs. Head-to-head versus Gambit to determine whether it's quarters or semis, and Big Clan thrust to the lower bracket. Looking forward to seeing how